Namaste, viewers. Welcome to Gnana channel. In this episode, we will see the rites that are being performed after one's death. After a person dies, there are various rites that are being performed almost for about 13 days. From the beginning to the end, there are almost about on for 13 days. Among them, Dharmodaka is one rite which is performed. We will try to discuss what is Dharmodaka in this episode. The ritual known as Dharmodaka is a significant ceremony performed on the 10th day following the death of an individual in many traditions, in particularly Hindu tradition. The purpose of this ritual is to aid the deceased person's journey to the afterlife and alleviate the burdens of their sin in this world. The belief is that by offering the fruits of one's virtues, that is punya, whoever is attending this function, he is giving a part of his punya, virtuous deeds, to the departed soul. This spiritual path is eased. The path towards the soul's movement towards whatever destination is eased. The details are as under. The first one is woe and intentions. The person performing Dharmodaka begins by making a vow to transfer the positive outcomes of all their good deeds to the departed soul. This act is a solemn commitment to contribute to the spiritual well-being of the deceased. It is like we can say dharma, whatever you have earned. You have earned so many things. All materialistic things you would have earned. Giving materialistic things is different. For a person who is dead, giving materialistic thing like whatever you give, it is useless to that body, to the dead body. You give money, you give food, you give comforts, whatever you give, it is useless to the material body. The body has no life in it. So it cannot enjoy that, or cannot use that. The body cannot use that. Only thing is you can offer is, this is one way of thought in the Hindu's philosophy, where one can offer the punya, the good deeds that he has accumulated. So there are two things. One is papa and punya. Papa is sins that you have accumulated. Sin is nothing but all bad things, bad karmas, bad things which you have performed. And an aggregate accumulation of all these bad things is papa. Similarly, whatever good things you have done during the life to the society, to your kith and kin, to everybody, to whomever you come in contact with, it is the punya. The aggregate total of punya collected is your, it's you will have some total of all those things. Out of that, you are giving it to the dead person, a part of it. But you are not giving every entire thing to it. It is called as dharma dana. Dharma dana. Your charity is whatever you have performed, punya dana, you can say. So this is one of the concepts in Hinduism. So Dharmodaka is this. It is transferred through some kind of a mechanism, some kind of some significant these things are made. So this is done on an altar. A small stone is installed between two stones, or on an altar, on a platform it is kept. The individuals who take bath before Dharmodaka, they take bath come prepared with all kinds of uh, the Dharmodaka come prepared, and then they pour water along with yellow, that is sesame seeds, through their open palm three times. They uh, offer through open palm three times, allowing them to fall on that small stone. It's a significance. That's all. This act of significance symbolizes the offering of virtuous deeds to the departed soul. Now, after that, a chickpea is chewed and spat out as a part of ritual. The symbolism of this act may vary across different cultural and religious interpretations, but it likely represents a symbolic gesture of sharing or transferring one's spiritual merit, you can call it as. The next one is anointing and purification. After doing this, you are just in touch with a soul. You are trying to connect to a soul, a departed soul in this process, and then you have to come back to the life. You have to come back to the normal life. Therefore, anointing and purification is important. Here, a drop of ghee, that is clarified butter, is smeared on the head of the person who is performing the ritual. This is done with a pinch of soap nut powder also. During those days, it was considered, to wash yourself with soap nut powder. Now, as a mark of, as a customary trend, it is given only little ghee is given little. Actually, you will have to smear with ghee. You have to smear your body with ghee. Then you have to take soap nut powder, dried gooseberry, that is amla, and some mud also. So these are all considered. These are all considered matters which were clearing the body. It used to clean the body. This act likely signifies purification and anointing with some kind of auspicious, some kind of important, and some kind of substances like ghee, soap nut powder. They are all good for the body also to cleaning process. Next is bathing. Following the anointing, the individual is required to take bath. This can be done in a tank or near a well, or signifying in cleansing process part of the ritual. Here, people do fast till this act is over. The person offering Dharmodaka is expected to observe a fast throughout the morning. Fasting is a common practice in many rituals, and is often associated with purification and spiritual focus. This is what the fasting means. To summarize, Dharmodaka is a ritual rooted in the belief that by transferring one's virtuous deeds to the departed soul, the journey to the afterlife is made smoother and the spiritual burden of sins is lightened. This is a concept, and this is a thought concept in Hindu philosophy. The various symbolic acts, such as the offering on the altar, chewing, spitting ritual, anointing, bathing, fasting, etc., contribute to the overall significance and the solemnity of the ceremony. Viewers, with this explanation, we are going to conclude this video on Dharmodaka. One of our followers wanted to know what is Dharmodaka. Whatever that is, whatever I know I have told this. I think it will be very useful for viewers. Please like, share, and then subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for your valuable support. Thank you once again.